All right, today we're cracking open Simon Kingsnorth's digital marketing strategy to pull out a super practical 5-minute blueprint that any business owner can use. So if you feel like your digital marketing is all over the place, more random acts than a real plan, then this one's for you. Let's just jump right in. You know the feeling, right? You're posting, you're boosting, you're sending out emails, you're doing all the things, but it just feels like you're spinning your wheels. All that activity, it's just creating chaos, not real, measurable results. And frankly, that's an incredible drain on your time and your money. And here's the absolute core message from the book. Stop chasing every shiny new tactic. The answer isn't doing more, it's about being smarter. True success comes from having one single, integrated strategy where every little thing you do online is pulling in the same direction, working directly for your main business goals. It's all about total alignment. So, how do we actually get there? Well, we're going to follow this 5-part blueprint. First, we'll lay the foundations. Then, we'll get into the core planning process. After that, we'll talk about integrating key channels, like search. We'll also cover how to get past the hurdles that trip everyone up. And we'll wrap it all up with a checklist you can literally start using today. Okay, first things first. A really solid digital strategy isn't built on what's trending this week. Nope. It's built on the bedrock of classic, timeless marketing models that have been cleverly adapted for the world we live in now. These principles are what give our strategy its real muscle. The trick here is to completely rethink these basics for the digital space. So, product isn't just a thing on a shelf. It could be a software download. Price can literally change by the minute. Place isn't a physical store. It's how easy your website is to use or where you show up in a search. And promotion can be as tiny and as powerful as the text in a Google ad. Now, to really understand where you fit in, we use something called Porter's 5 Forces. This is so important in the digital world. Why? Because the threat of new competitors is sky high. Anyone can launch an online business pretty cheaply, and the power of your customers is massive thanks to review sites in social media. This model gives you a crystal clear map of your entire competitive landscape. And one last foundational piece. Before we build anything, we have to know why we're building it. That's where customer lifetime value, or CLV, comes in. This number tells you what a customer is actually worth to you over the long haul. It's like your North Star. It guides every dollar you spend, making sure you're focused on building real, lasting value, not just chasing a quick sale. All right, with our foundations solid, it's time to put on our architect hat. Think about it. You would never, ever build a house without a detailed blueprint, right? Well, the same goes for your digital strategy. Without a plan, it's just a bunch of wishful thinking. So let's see how we actually draw up that blueprint. The process the book lays out is just so logical. You start at 30,000 feet with your big picture vision. That vision then inspires your high-level goals. From there, you break those down into specific measurable objectives, things you can actually track. Then you decide on the strategies to hit those objectives. And finally, you have your day-to-day action plans. It's a perfect funnel that turns a dream into a to-do list. Now let's talk about what's often the main engine of your whole strategy, search marketing. We're going to look at the 2 big powerhouses, SEO and paid search. So many people treat them like 2 separate things, but their true power is only unlocked when you get them working together as one team. This is the perfect way to think about them. SEO, that's your marathon. It's slow to get going, but it builds this incredible, sustainable, long-term traffic that you don't have to pay for with every click. Paid search, that's the sprint. It gets you instant visibility and gives you tons of control right now. A truly winning strategy uses both. You use the sprint for those quick wins while your marathon runner, SEO, is building up momentum for the long race.
Okay, let's be real. Even the world's best blueprint is going to run into some real-world problems. A smart strategy doesn't pretend these don't exist. It plans for them ahead of time. So let's look at the 3 biggest barriers you're likely to face and how to get ahead of them.
And here it is, the number 1 hurdle for pretty much every business out there. You just don't have enough money, enough people, or enough time to do everything you want to do. This can be the most frustrating roadblock of all. So what's the solution? You can't ask for the entire budget all at once. Instead, you have to be absolutely ruthless with your priorities. Zero in on the quick wins, the things that will give you the biggest bang for your buck right now. When you show clear results at each small step, you build trust and earn the right to ask for more investment for the next phase. The digital world moves so fast, it's dizzying. New tools, new platforms, new customer habits, they pop up constantly. And what that means is there's almost always a gap between the skills you need on your team and the skills you have. The way to tackle this is with a 3-pronged attack. First, invest in your own people. Train them and help them grow.
Second, when you hire, be strategic. Go for a mix of seasoned veterans and young, hungry talent who grew up with this stuff. And third, for anything you need right now, don't be afraid to partner with an expert agency to plug those critical gaps immediately. You know, this might just be the most silent killer of a great strategy. An integrated plan simply cannot work in a company where every department is its own little island. When marketing, IT, and sales don't talk to each other, or worse, have competing goals, your strategy is dead on arrival. The only way to fix this has to come from the very top. It has to be a total culture shift. You've got to physically and metaphorically break down the walls between teams. Everyone, I mean everyone, needs to be pulling towards one single goal that's all about the customer. And look, this isn't a nice to have. Leadership has to champion this, enforce it, and make it clear that collaboration is now mandatory. Wow, we've covered a ton of ground. So let's pull all of this together into one final, super actionable checklist. This will give you a clear starting line for building your very own digital marketing machine.
And here it is, 6 steps. That's it. Analyze your competition using Porter's model. Redefine those 4 Ps for your digital customer. Build your blueprint from the big vision all the way down to the nitty-gritty objectives. Make your marathon and sprint search channels work together. Plan ahead for those 3 big hurdles we talked about. And finally, measure absolutely everything so you can learn and get better over time. This is your roadmap.
So there you have it, the blueprint for an integrated, powerful digital marketing strategy. It's what takes you from chaos to clarity, from just being busy to getting real results. Your competitors are already hard at work on their blueprints. The only question left is, when are you going to start building yours?
Subscribe for more actionable executive summaries, and if you want deeper insights and exclusive content, support the channel on Patreon. You'll find the link in the description.